You don't erase the past, you reclaim your present. Forgiveness doesn't mean you condone harm. You forget the lesson. You let someone back into your life. It means you stop carrying their energy in your field. You untangle your vibration from theirs. You allow your frequency to rise beyond the wound.
If you've been holding on to bitterness and unforgiveness, this video might make you change your mind.
According to the Akashic records, what happens to our mind, body, and spirit when we do not forgive and hold on to bitterness? Please give us a breakdown.
According to the Akashic records, when we do not forgive and hold on to bitterness, we create a vibrational entanglement that affects every layer of our being: mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual. Forgiveness is not about condoning harm, it's about releasing ourselves from energetic captivity. When we withhold that release, we become the ones bound. Here's a breakdown of how unforgiveness impacts the mind, body, and spirit. The mind: loops, fog, and projection. In the mental field, bitterness acts like a virus that distorts clarity. It creates repeating thought loops, cycling over the same memories, imagined retribution, or regret. It limits perception. You begin to see all situations through the filter of the original wound. It weakens intuition because intuition flows through clarity and resentment muddies the waters. The Akashic field shows that when unforgiveness lingers in the mind, it rewires your focus toward pain, making peace harder to access. Not because it's not available, but because the channel is blocked. The body: density, inflammation, and energy cords. Physically, bitterness is stored as cellular tension and energetic stagnation. Unforgiveness activates the nervous system, often locking the body in low-grade fight or flight. Over time, this becomes inflammation, fatigue, immune weakness, or even chronic pain in the areas where the energy of betrayal or grief is held, like the chest, gut, or joints. In the Akashic view, every unprocessed hurt becomes a cord, a tether to the person or event, leaking life force in both directions. This is why some people age rapidly, feel heavy, or develop unexplained ailments after heartbreak or betrayal. Their body is carrying the weight of withheld release. The spirit: karmic loops, soul contracts, and emotional magnetism. On the spiritual level, holding on to unforgiveness keeps you stuck in unfinished karmic contracts. When you do not forgive, you unconsciously stay in energetic relationship with the person or event. This keeps you tethered to the very thing you want to be free from, repeating the lesson until it is released. Spiritually, bitterness is magnetic. It attracts similar patterns in people, not as punishment, but as invitations to finally choose peace. The Akashic records reveal that forgiveness is the key that completes a karmic cycle, closes a soul contract, and opens the path to ascension. So what happens when you forgive? You don't erase the past, you reclaim your present. Forgiveness doesn't mean you condone harm. You forget the lesson. You let someone back into your life. It means you stop carrying their energy in your field. You untangle your vibration from theirs. You allow your frequency to rise beyond the wound. When you forgive, the mind clears, the body softens, and the spirit begins to soar again.
According to the Akashic records, what do people that hold on to guilt think that will achieve? And why should they let go of it? And what should they do to let go of it? Please give us a breakdown.
According to the Akashic records, people who hold on to guilt are not trying to punish themselves. They are subconsciously trying to redeem themselves. Guilt is often mistaken for morality, responsibility, or even love. But in truth, when held too long, it becomes a spiritual block that prevents healing instead of creating it. Let's break this down. Why people hold on to guilt subconsciously. From the Akashic view, people cling to guilt because they believe deep down that suffering is proof of goodness. If I feel bad enough, I won't be a bad person. Carrying guilt honors the past. If I let go, it means I don't care or didn't learn. Guilt protects others. If I stay guilty, maybe they'll feel seen or won't hurt again. Guilt equals accountability. If I stop feeling guilty, then I'm saying what I did was okay. But guilt doesn't heal, it binds. It anchors you to the moment of the mistake, like a soul trying to relive a fall to undo it, but never standing up to walk forward. What guilt actually does in the Akashic field Guilt becomes an energetic distortion. It locks your frequency in the past. It lowers your ability to receive love, grace, or intuition. It creates karmic loops because your field keeps seeking punishment or reenactment. It magnetizes people or experiences that mirror that same guilt pattern, unconsciously reinforcing it. The more you carry guilt, the more your spirit begins to believe you deserve to carry it. And that belief begins to shape your reality. Why you must let go. Spiritually, the records say guilt is not your penance. Growth is your offering. You came here to learn. And every soul, including yours, made sacred contracts knowing they would stumble, forget, betray, or fall short at times. That's not failure. That's Earth School. You don't heal the past by carrying it. You heal it by becoming who you weren't able to be then. Letting go of guilt allows your soul to finally integrate the lesson, complete the contract, and rise into a higher timeline. What to do to let go of guilt, Akashic practices. 1. Acknowledge the root. Ask, what belief am I clinging to by staying guilty? Is it that I must suffer? That I must be perfect? That I don't deserve peace? 2. Rewrite the agreement. In the Akashic records, you can call forth the soul contract and say, I release the belief that guilt equals goodness. I choose growth instead of punishment. I choose freedom instead of shame. 3. Make amends, energetically or physically. If possible, apologize, repair, or speak your truth. But if not, you can write a letter, light a candle, or enter meditation and speak soul to soul. It still shifts timelines. 4. Replace the pattern. Begin doing acts that reflect the opposite frequency. If guilt made you withdraw, start connecting. If guilt made you shrink, speak truth. If guilt made you self-punish, forgive and serve from love. 5. Call back your energy. Say, I call back all fragments of myself still trapped in guilt, shame, or punishment. I integrate them into my present self, healed and whole. Final Akashic insight. You were never meant to be perfect. You were meant to be true. True to growth, true to love, true to evolution. Guilt delays your return to your own divinity. Forgiveness of yourself is the portal back.
There's a common saying that pride comes before the fall. So according to the Akashic records, why should we release pride, and how can we release pride? Please give us a breakdown.
According to the Akashic records, pride is not just arrogance or inflated ego. It's often a protective layer, a shield built around past wounds, betrayals, or perceived inadequacies. It is the illusion of control, the mask of certainty, the attempt to preserve dignity, even at the cost of connection, growth, or truth. Let's break this down. Why pride comes before the fall. Pride comes before the fall, not as a punishment, but as a course correction. In the Akashic field, pride hardens the spiritual body. It blocks humility, which is the portal to divine guidance, stifles vulnerability, which is the doorway to healing, prevents soul evolution because it refuses reflection or redirection, creates separation because pride seeks to be above others rather than with them. So the fall isn't failure, it's the soul's attempt to crack the shell pride built so the true self can emerge. What pride is really protecting, from the record's perspective, pride is usually hiding, fear of being wrong or rejected, fear of not being good enough, a deep grief from being unseen or hurt in the past, a belief that softness equals weakness or vulnerability equals danger. So the soul builds a wall and names it confidence, but behind it is a child who just wants to be safe, respected, or worthy. Why releasing pride sets you free. When you release pride, you return to authenticity, being real, not perfect. Receptivity, able to hear, receive, and evolve. Connection, love that doesn't require superiority or image. Grace, the ability to fall, forgive, and rise higher than before. The Akashic records show that when you drop pride, spirit can finally flow through you again. You become teachable, healable, and whole. How to release pride, Akashic techniques. 1. Ask, what am I trying to protect? Journal or meditate on what pride is shielding. Is it an old betrayal, a fear of not being enough? Once it's named, it can be healed. 2. Practice micro-humility. Try saying, I don't know, I may have been wrong, I need help. Each of these are spiritual activators that soften the field and welcome grace. 3. Serve anonymously. Do something kind, where no one can thank you or praise you. This reminds the soul of its true nature, giving without ego. 4. Share something vulnerable. Pride withers in the presence of truth. Say something real to someone safe. I'm scared, I felt small, I need support. Every drop of truth loosens pride's grip. 5. Visualize releasing the mask. In meditation, see yourself removing a golden mask. Behind it is your radiant, vulnerable soul. Say, I am safe to be seen. I am strong enough to be soft. Final Akashic insight, pride whispers, don't fall. But Spirit says, fall into me. The fall isn't the end. It's the beginning of your rising in truth, in grace, and in divine power.
What's up, y'all? Real quick, I just created a new forgiveness prayer, one that goes from your higher self to the person that you can't forgive's higher self. Go ahead and check it out. It is on my affirmations and prayers playlist. Check it out now. Much love to y'all. Peace.